Hey everybody, my name is Joey. Thank you so much for watching today. As a church, we're wanting the voice of faith to be a life-changing message. We want to spread encouragement and spread God as much as we can. Today, we pray that you are filled with faith and filled with hope as you hear the voice of faith. Check out this message from Pastor Lisa.
Hi everyone, I'm so glad to be with you again tonight on The Voice of Faith. I want to just take some time to look at the Psalms. You know, I think we can really find a lot of encouragement in the Psalms. I know I do. You know, whenever I do my daily study, my daily, reading, a lot of times I'll just attach to that an additional verse or two from the Psalms because it just encourages me. And I think a lot of us need to be encouraged, I think, in this day and time, really on a daily basis, because we're really fighting the good fight of faith and in the midst of a battle. I was talking about that on a Wednesday night last week, that we're in a battle. A lot of people don't know what's going on. They look at things on the news and they read things on social media and they're trying to figure out what's going on. Well, I'll tell you what's going on. We are in a battle where we're having to stand and fight the good fight of faith for our families, our churches, our nation. There's a battle going on. But encouragement is a part of that fight of faith. We can't fight a faith or fight of faith if we're weary and tired and worn out. We can't fight the good fight of faith if we are discouraged. And so you have to just many times get in that Word. I mean, the Word is where we live. The Word is where our encouragement comes from. And get in the Word and just let your heart be uplifted and let your encouragement be helped by the Scriptures. And the Psalms, many times, it does that for me. So I just want to read some Scriptures to you from Psalms, and I believe that it will be helpful to your encouragement today. I want to start by reading over here in Psalm 62 and verse 5. It says this, it says, "My soul, wait thou," and I like this part, "only upon God, for my expectation is from Him." Our options are not 50. Our options are not 100. Our option is one, and it is to put our expectation on God. It's good from time to time to just examine your own heart and ask yourself, where is my expectation? Is it on people? Is my expectation on family? Is my expectation on my church? Is my expectation on the government? There's a real push right now because the spirit of Antichrist is here and there's the setup for the reign of the Antichrist. That push to get everybody dependent or expecting the government to take care of them or to, bail them out of every crisis. The government can't bail you out of every crisis. Family can't bail you out of every crisis. The church can't bail you out of every crisis. But there's somebody who can. And you know who that is? That is God. God is able to deliver you out of every circumstance. And so if you need to make that shift, if you need to make that adjustment, make it now to where your expectation is from God. He goes, my expectation is from Him. He only, there it is again, Him only is my rock and my salvation. I like that. I've been just meditating on that God is my salvation. Salvation is more than God just delivering you from hell. God is your deliverer today. We might be facing circumstances where churches are targeted and Christians are targeted for our faith, and the persecution that, is coming against us is heating up. But you want to know something? God is our salvation. God is our deliverer. That word salvation also means deliverer. And if you read throughout the Scriptures, I've just been encouraged by the Old Testament stories, about Daniel. Daniel was persecuted for praying unto his God. You know what he did, man? He just opened those windows and he prayed in front of God and everybody. I mean, he just made sure everybody saw him praying to his God. And they took him and they threw him in a den of lions. But you know what? God was his salvation. God was his deliverer. And God is our deliverer. We have nothing to fear today, people. If you're a child of God and your trust is in him, he is able to deliver you. Even the Apostle Paul, he said, pray that we be delivered from wicked and unreasonable people. I mean, it's everywhere. Wicked people coming against the church. Unreasonable people coming against the church. But you want to know something? We are delivered from them because God is our rock and God is our salvation. He goes on to say, he only is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense, and I shall not be moved. Isn't that encouraging? He goes on to say, in God is my salvation and my glory, the rock of my strength, and my refuge is in God. Verse 8 says, trust in him at all times. That's a real powerful word for you to hear today. Trust in God at all times. We're kind of funny creatures, humans are. We kind of go from one extreme, to the other. I've met all kinds of people. I know people that they trust in God mainly when things are all going great. And when things are going great, man, their trust is firmly in the Lord. When things start going a little haywire, they get confused and pull back and draw back, and their trust isn't in God anymore. But I think most people are on the other end of the spectrum, where their trust is in God when things are going terrible. When things are going bad, you always know it because they show up to church. When things are bad, that's when they really engage in putting their trust in God. I was talking to my husband the other day, and we were talking about 9/11, and right after 9/11 took place, I mean, the churches were filled with people. People were running to God. People were running to the church. They were running to put their trust in God. Why? Because things were going bad. But then when things kind of evened out and it seemed like things were going to be okay, people went back to putting their trust and their confidence in the things that their trust was in before. But I like what this scripture, it says, trust in God at all times, in the good times, in the bad times. Doesn't matter what you're going through or not going through, your trust is firmly in God. Solomon was that way. His trust was in God when he started, but when he ended, his trust wasn't in God. Let your trust be in God at all times. And then it goes on to say this in verse 8, trust in him at all times, ye people. Pour out your heart before him. God is, listen to this, a refuge for us. Just say that out loud. Say, God is a refuge for me. God is a refuge for me. I'm thankful for that. I think we're living in a day where it's just so comforting to know that I have a place to go. I have a place to be protected and covered. And that is that secret place of the Most High. I'm there in that refuge. God is my refuge today. Amen. Praise God. Thank you so much for being with us. We just love these times together in the Word. I think it's a good thing that we are in the Word more today than maybe we were a year ago. Maybe because of the day that we're in and things look the way they do, we see our need to be firmly rooted and grounded in the Word. So thank you for joining us and allowing us to have this time together. I tell you what, tell somebody else about our program. Have them join us tomorrow night. We're here every night at, I think it's at 6 p.m. Is it 6 p.m. or 7 p.m.? It's at 7. Join us every night at 7 here, and we will look to the Word and be encouraged together. We love you so much. God bless you guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for watching today. As you know, with everything happening today, it is vital that Faith World is able to continue to spread Jesus. We cannot do this without you, the church. So at the end of each video, we always want to give you an opportunity to give so that you can be blessed. The ways that you can give are on the screen. Also, if you need prayer, please email, message us, or call the church so that we can pray with you. Thank you so much for joining us today. We will see you tomorrow. But before you go, here are some announcements to keep you informed with what's going on at Faith World Church.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Casey and these are your church announcements. Help us serve our community with food on January 30th at 10 a.m. through 12 p.m. in the Hammock campus parking lot. It's going to be a great opportunity to share the gospel and to show people that Jesus really cares about their life. We will be getting groceries prepped and setting up for bagging at the Hammock campus on January 21st at 10 a.m. This Sunday, January 24th, after the morning service, we invite everyone to grab an empty bag to go through the food line as team members and put grocery items in the bag. It'll only take a minute to get one bag filled, and everyone is invited to participate. And with so many hands available, we can get it done so quickly. So join us during these times and take part in serving our community through our food ministry. Hey Faith World, it is time to show off your team colors again at our Jersey Sunday on February 7th. Wear your sports jersey, hats, and the rest of your gear to support your favorite team for any sport. There will even be a prize for the person dressed up as the most fanatical fan. It's going to be a fun day. Don't miss it. Starting this month, we will be hosting an Evangelical Workshop led by Pastor Martin Hernandez and held on the last Monday night of each month. In these workshops, you will learn how to boldly communicate and share your faith with others. The time to harvest souls is here. So join this month, January 25th from 6 to 7 p.m. at the Hammock campus. You can sign up at the info card. At FWC, we have a strong passion to reach our next generation for Jesus. That's why we are so excited to be hosting an amazing youth evangelistic outreach called All Call Tour. This May, students from all over the Valley will be attending this powerful event held on the campus of Diamond Valley Middle School. There will be prizes, music, and most of all, the gospel will be preached, giving these students the opportunity to receive Jesus as their Lord and Savior. This is also an opportunity for people at Faith World Church to serve and volunteer. Join us as we witness this powerful move of God among our youth. Hey FWC, you can now purchase your official Faith World apparel and the new Elevate shirts and hats online at our website, faithworld.church. Thank you so much for being with us today. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook and join our other online broadcasts we have throughout the week on our YouTube channel. You can also continue to sow financial seed by giving on the church app and by our text to give system. And make sure that you stay updated month to month by grabbing a church bulletin on your way home. Thank you so much for being with us today and have a blessed week.